Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. This summer, a lot of our children that are of working age will not be working. It is difficult for our children that are of working age, specifically in high school, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. It's difficult for them to find jobs because they need to have working paper. And if they do have working paper, then it's still difficult for them to get jobs because the job market is limited. Alhamdulillah, there's not a lot of jobs. However, if your child is not working, let me phrase it this way. If you are a father, alhamdulillah, I can phrase it this way. If you are a father and your child isn't working, and your child sits home and wastes time, it's your fault. Alhamdulillah. It is not the government's fault. It is not the system's fault. It is your fault. As a community, because some of our children, they don't have fathers at home perhaps. Maybe their fathers passed away. Maybe their fathers are overseas. Allah knows best. Maybe their fathers are sick. Allah knows best. Alhamdulillah. But if we have children in our communities that are not working and they're of working age and they're wasting their time, and perhaps even because they're not working and they're bored, they have nothing to do, they're going into crime, it is all of our fault. Alhamdulillah. If there's no jobs for our children, then it is our job to create jobs for our children. So growing up with me personally, my father, from the age of 14 to 18, Saturdays and Sundays, not even summertime, Saturdays and Sundays, my father would take me to work. Alhamdulillah. You know, you have some brothers in the community, they have stores and they have their children working in the stores. But if we don't have this, inshallah, take your children to work. And if we can find, oh my God, yo, mashallah, he got tall. Barakallah, may Allah guide him, Allahumma ameen. He got tall. But alhamdulillah, if you come from a community where a lot of the brothers are not business owners, and if you cannot take your children to work, or if children cannot be taken to work, then inshallah the masjid should offer jobs. How? Clean up the masjid, right? Let everyone chip in and donate to the masjid, and have the children clean up the masjid. Have the children, young brothers, alhamdulillah, young men, clean the front of the mosque, alhamdulillah. And there's other things that we can have our children do to be productive this summer, inshallah, which will help them stay away from being unproductive and being bored. Because from being unproductive and bored, our children start getting into crime. Alhamdulillah, right? So this is in our hands. We have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us will and power to do this. And if we don't use it and our children get into crime, all of us are at fault. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, including me, you know. And I don't want to be at fault. On the day of judgment, you know, I'm going to say, Ya Allah, I made a video. But Allah may say, it's not enough, you could have done this. So inshallah, I'm going to do the best that I can. And inshallah, you all do the best that you can. And let's come together and let's do the best that we can. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.